I'm Nikki Miller. I'm a writer, an actress, and philanthropist. And this is the story of my road to success. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I attended a retreat free from distractions. And I began writing what I thought was going to be actually a stage play. And it ended up turning into this beautiful story that turned into a book, not only a book, but also turned into a screenplay. There was one particular young man, he was 16 years old, and he had been arrested for rape. And his grandmother was there, to talk about, kind of not to excuse what happened, but I guess he lived with his grandmother. And that kind of resonated with me. I started asking myself, well, where's his parents? What happened and what drove him to commit rape? Not saying that, what he did was right, but it's like what drove him to do that. There's always like a root problem that drives people to do what they do. And that's what hit me, because I started thinking then, well, if I had not had an encounter with God the way that I did, I would have turned out the same way. And I say that because I was molested as a little girl by family members. And with that happening to me, had I not turned a different way or, forgave the family members that did it, I could have been doing the same thing. I could have been depressed. I could have been suicidal. I could have been an offender myself. And I believe that's what drove me to begin writing, because I just wanted to help others. How can I be a help? How can I be a voice and show people that there has to be a root cause? But if that root cause is not addressed like it should be, then it can lead to other things. And I believe that's why I started writing with a story to present it as a stage play, but it turned out being something different. I did go to school. I did some college, and actually I was going to go into journalism. I didn't go into journalism, but just using that inspiration, I began using that as writing. So I sharpened my skills by not only doing a lot of researching, a lot of prayer, took a lot of prayer, but I went into just jotting down all my experiences, what I came across. And again, talking about the young man, those are things that, kind of drove me to begin researching how could I be that voice? What else could I do to be that voice? And then just sharpen my skills by just praying and asking God to give me what to write for this story. So, but yes, I did go to school, but it wasn't for the writing, but I do love writing. I love journalism, so I just believe that. And I love English, so I think that's what helped, so. I think the only thing that I encountered was just getting tired of writing some days, where I just didn't feel like writing at all. And I knew that I had set myself a goal, and I wanted to finish this book in 31 days. That was my goal. That goal was hard because I set that goal. I know that's why I had some pushbacks. And the pushback was really just, sometimes I wanted to give up. Sometimes I'm like, this is hard. It's not coming together like I want it to come. And I think that was the only pushback that I had, because I knew that I had to do it or get it done. But it was just sometimes just feeling like I just wanted to, just give up and just really tire. With setting a goal, to finish that book in 31 days, or a little over 30 days, I made sure that I wanted to write something every day, even if it was a sentence. I made sure that I write something every day, and just some days that I just didn't feel like doing that. So distractions, that was big for me. And I would say, that was the hardest thing on the journey as well, just coming up against a lot of distractions, and when I knew that I needed to be writing. So I would probably say the only thing. I will shut the computer down. I'll go watch a little bit. This is funny, I will go get some candy. I like sweet tarts, soft, chewy sweet tarts. And when I have a writer's block, I will start chewing on some of those and just sit back, wait a little bit, and just wait maybe like an hour and then go back to it. Because if I don't go back within that hour, it's not happening. It's not happening. So I will chew on a few of those and then go back to the computer. And some days I just completely shut it down. If I'm having a block and I'm not feeling it, I will completely shut it down for that day, but then return the next day. But for me, it's a little sugar. Just a little sugar to get me going again. My motivation, my husband, number one, he's been my number one support and supports pretty much everything that I do. So when I wanted to give up, he was like, no, you got this. And then just kind of just hearing how our young people, what they're doing in their lives, and just knowing that, there needs to be a pillar or an example of how not to compromise, to keep going for their dreams without giving up. That would push me. Like if somebody come to me and say, can you mentor me? That would push me to keep on going. But my biggest cheerleader, aside from God, has always been my husband. He has had my back, and he's the one that, will push me when I wanted to give up and didn't. Quitting is not an option to me. No matter what you're doing, quitting is not an option, because where there's a way, you can do it. You can do it. And like you said, you might have to step back sometimes, take a breather, but get back to it, because somebody needs to hear your story. And that's where I feel somebody has to hear what you have, because you never know who needs it. And I would have to say, to go along with that story, with the book, because I believe that I did not realize that it was a win for me until December, when I completed the study guide to go along with the book. I believe I was supposed to do that study guide. Something told me, God said, do the study guide long time ago when I did the book. But I think I was a little bit overwhelmed with doing the book, but I got back to it. Again, we may have to take, I know I said like a day or two, it may be a year. It may take a couple of years, but I got back to doing that. So I actually not only did I do the book in a little over 30 days, but I also did the study guide in a little over 30 days, which I just released in December. So that in itself to me is a huge win, because now there's not only the novel, but now there's an interactive study guide that people can use to go along with that novel. So that is a huge win for me. When I wrote it thinking it was going to be a stage play, I had a table read done. And I sat back in the back of the room. This is when I had first completed just my story the way I thought it was going to be. And I sat in the back room. I let them read it at a table, and they started saying, "Oh, no. This is a movie. This is like Scandal." And I'm sitting back like, "What? Scandal?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know how to write a movie." So from that day, I went and started just researching. I was like, oh God, you're gonna have to show me how to write a movie. And from that day turned into a screenplay. And a screenplay that actually won a People's Choice Award for the script at a film festival in 2018. It won People's Choice Award. So that I knew we were on the right track. Right track. So while waiting for production for the film, God said, turn that into a novel. And that's what happened in 2016. So we turned it into a novel and published it, put it on Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble, which that's where it's at, as well as the study guide, and waiting to shoot the film. For me, hurt is going to always be around, and my heart is to help heal others from past hurt. And I just believe by having that goal in mind, that I will always, try to put out a book or try to put out a film that's going to address the hurt, that's going to help somebody. So my books, my films, they're going to have a message. They're always going to have some type of message that's going to help. Yes, they're going to be a little entertainment in it, a little drama, but there's always going to be an underlying message that's going to inspire, empower people. So I also still do my vision boards. I keep that in front of me to show what I need to be doing, what I need to continue doing, no matter if a pandemic comes. I need to still be doing these things because, like I say, people they need help. They're hurting. So a lot of people think that the book came first, but actually I turned the screenplay into a book. The whole story is a faith-based family drama. Like I said, you got to have a little bit of drama in there to entertain, but it's going to always be a lesson in there. And that lesson is to teach people how to forgive, teach people how to heal from the past hurt of any kind. Of course, the book addresses certain specific things, but the book's going to address the story addresses forgiveness, parenting, fatherhood. That's important nowadays. And then also is going to bring about child sexual abuse awareness. What drives me is the love for what I do, which I love making people smile. I smile a lot, and I love making people smile at the end of the day. I like to help people, like I say, get over, their hurt, their pain. If they're having a bad day, I like to see people smile. I like to see families, healed. And just knowing that people can get healing, that does my heart good. Because I don't care how much drugs you take, I don't care how much alcohol you drink, I don't care how much therapy. In my opinion, the only way to get relief, peace, freedom completely, those things just numb it a little bit, but to get that freedom completely is to get a true healing, complete healing. And that's when knowing that a person has forgiven, that hurt, was able to get over that hurt completely. So it's definitely not now I don't say I don't love money, yes, that's, everybody wants a little bit of money or whatever, but it is my passion, like I say, is just making people smile and to know that they are doing well, they are healed, they're happy. And I believe if I didn't have my PR person, that I would not be where I am today, actually. I would not be able to talk to you as fluently, actually. And I think they're very important. I do have, lawyers as well. So without their expertise that everybody don't have, go to the, we don't go to school. I haven't been to school to get what they have. So I think it's very important to have them around, to coach you, to encourage you, and I just have a great one. I know that I have a great PR person.
I love it. Awesome. Fantastic. All right, here we go. From where do you find the strength and motivation to help you continue moving forward?
Oh, the Bible. The Bible gives me the strength, the courage when I'm going through a particular something. The Bible has an answer. And that's where I go to. And if I'm not, if I don't go to the Bible, then I'm praying. I pray. And that's where I get my, again, the strength, the comfort that I need to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward because, the Bible addresses just about everything. It is the book of life, it addresses everything. So, and that is my source. That is my source and what keeps me going. I'm establishing the 501c3, the Healing Hearts Foundation, which we're looking to complete that sometime in 2022, that will mentor girls that have been sexually abused or going through that. We will nurture them and just help be that voice and teach them that they're not a victim, that they're victors. That's what's using what I've been through in my past, believe that is going to help others, again, help others heal. There are a lot of other movie ideas that I want to do as well, aside from this particular one, aside from Change of Heart, Never Say Never, there are other ideas. And like I say, each of those movies will have a message in it, underlined to help others heal. It may be a different kind of message than this one. We don't want to make it the same, but definitely what I've been through with being, molested as a little girl, that experience, yes, it was bad, but God worked everything out for your good. And I believe that this is the good that has been worked out on my behalf, is by now I can help others. I never knew actually why I had written what I wrote, the book or the story. And then in 2017, that's when I got that, revelation of this is it, is to help others. Because that was the time when I forgave, my family members. This is it. And that's how I'm going to use it. Just put it in writing, do books. I don't know, I may do more books, but mainly it's going to be movies. And that's where my heart is. I want to be proud of that I was able to help mentor, motivate people, and help them heal, help families, heal. I want to even, by that time, I should have gotten all kinds of testimonies of people being helped from what I've written, from the study guide, just knowing that I've helped someone. I always say, if my story helped one person, one soul, then I've done my job. I've done my job. And that's what I wait to hear, for that one person that I've helped, touched, or what have you, and helped heal, then I've done my job. And that's what's going to put a smile on my face at 80 years old, sitting on my porch. You can find me on Facebook and on Instagram. I am Nikki R. Miller. That's Nikki R. Miller, Miller. Also, you can also find me on IG and Facebook. My movie page is Change of Heart Movie. And again, that's Change of Heart Movie. That's on Facebook and on IG. I also have a YouTube channel that I would love you to subscribe to. It's also under Change of Heart Movie. And there's a website as well. It is www.cohmovie.com. I thank you for watching, and that's where you'll find me.